Oh, right. Let's see what we got here. Okay, I'm gonna do this real quick. I'm gonna um, I'm gonna mute this. In case you're just joining me, I'm doing an interview right now, so taking a little break. But while I'm taking this break, or let me just gotta figure out how to stand by. Stand by. Hold on 1 second here. All right, here we go. Let's see. All right, I'm not sure if back here. Stand by. All right, maybe I could hear a little bit more here. All right, it's been a while. All right, here we go. I got about 5 minutes, and then I got to get back onto this interview. Okay, here I am. Boy, it's been a while, so I'm going to get really close so that I got my gain down really low, so you don't hear the background noise. Anyway, all right. So here's a story that I'm talking about right now. I guess I'm doing a show on. I guess I think it's in Wyoming. I'm not sure. But anyway, I went on a road trip yesterday, or not yesterday, last week on a bike, motorcycle. That is. I'm not one of those kinds of people that likes to ride 10 speeds nowadays. Because man, I've seen so many horror stories and people getting run over, just barely getting hit, and their whole life is like screwed up now. So anyway, I ride motorcycles, well, a motorcycle whenever I get a chance to. So this last week, I was invited to do to go to a workshop. Okay, it was a workshop about agriculture. I'm big into gardening now. That has taken away. That is my new distraction: is learning how to garden, how to make my vegetables and fruits more bigger and better and juicier. Right. So I'm all about gaining that knowledge, getting more knowledge. So I went ahead and did it because it was, again, this thing was free. And in case you don't know me by now, that is my second favorite F word in the world. I had to take advantage of it, so I went. So I got on my bike. I headed over to this place. Good thing too, because it was a wealth of information. I gotta say, I'm very thankful for that because I was telling Trophy Wife the other day, it's like I'm gonna throw this out there into the universe, and hopefully the universe is listening to me. That I need more knowledge, I need more help, but free. I want free help. I don't want to pay anybody to, like a tutor or anything, or like a mentor or anything. Or I don't want to sign up for any classes either. I don't want to sign up for anything. It's just that signing up the whole signing up process to me is a pain in the ass. So I decided not to do that either. But this thing was just, it was open to the public. It was free. It was sponsored by a Big Ten university at that, so I knew it was legit. So I went ahead and went on this to this workshop, got the information that I needed. But it was getting kind of late and it was getting cloudy, and Trophy Wife doesn't like me to ride in the rain. Although I think it's very sexy in the summer because when I get hot, the rain really white rabbit moment. Sorry about that. Let me get back to the process here. Let me get back to my story. So I'm riding back home, and the one thing I forgot to do when I left that workshop was I forgot to take a piss. And they were offering free pop, and again, second free F word. I had free Dr. Peppers. So I think I had like 3 Dr. Peppers in that 4 hour little workshop there. And they provided food too, lunch. They provided lunch, which was very cool, very nice. Although I couldn't eat it because another white rabbit moment. I can't eat pork or beef, so I'm another story there in itself. So I just had to eat the sides. But I drank a lot of water and Dr. Pepper. So I had to take this piss, right? So I left and I'm riding. And this place is in the middle of nowhere, like in the middle of a cornfield. Nowhere, there was no gas station. So I finally find a gas station. So I head in there and there was nobody at this gas station. So I figured I had to, let me just gas up. So I stick my card in the machine and it didn't work, right? It kept saying, it said, see the attendant. And I'm like, screw that. I don't have time to go see the attendant. That's a lot of walking back and forth. I'm not doing it. So I was like, screw it. I'm going on to the next gas station. There's got to be one up ahead. So I find one. I go in there. This one was a little bit more crowded, however. So I jump in. I park the bike. I gas up though. I figured if this thing worked. Okay, hey, I got gas. Let me go use the John. Let me go use the head. Do what I got to do because man, I was feeling it, man. I was like, oh, I had like a racehorse. Let me tell you, I had to piss like a racehorse. So I go in there and this guy opens the door for me, which was kind of cool. It's kind of nice. I figured humanity still exists. So the guy holds the door for me and I walk behind him and he's walking towards the back. I'm like, man, I hope this dude doesn't go into the John. And sure as shit, man, this guy, he kind of turned and looked at me like, I'm about to pollute this bathroom, kind of a look. I know you guys know that look. I know you've had that feeling where you go someplace and you're hoping nobody follows you. This is one of those moments. So I knew what I kind of knew. I'm like, damn it, man. So I wasn't about to go into the women's bathroom because there was a lot of women there. And I said, no, in my luck, they're probably going to want to go in there just as I'm whipping it out. So I said, screw it. I got pretty good piss discipline. I could move on to the next one. All right. To the next bathroom. To me, at this point now, it's an odyssey to try to find a pisser so I could relieve myself. And then it dawned on me, it's like, I'm in the middle of cornfields. Why did I just go out here? But there's a story in itself about that. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm afraid of cornfields. Long story there. So I go on. I press on, man. I find another gas station. Empty. Nobody there. I figured this was at a crossroads too, which is weird in itself. So I go inside this gas station. I walk to the back and I find the bathroom. I go in there. This must have been the most longest piss I had ever had to take because it must have been over a minute and a half. It just kept going and going and going. And by this time, I am like, oh, I was so happy. I was so relieved. So I got to get out. I got to get back onto my bike so I can get home because I saw the clouds coming, man. The black clouds were coming. So I see this as I walk out again. There was nobody. It was kind of hot, but it was cloudy. One of those days. It was kind of gloomy looking. And I see this out of the corner of my eye. I see this black convertible, old. I'm talking 1940s, 1950s. I'm not a car guy, right? I'm one of those. If you guys know me, I am not impressed by shit like that. I'm not impressed by celebrities. I'm not impressed by cars. I'm not impressed by, it's just, I'm not a car guy, I guess. But this car, as it drove by, I stopped in my tracks and I stared at this thing. I was in awe. And it was almost, it didn't roll in, it hovered in. And I couldn't tell what kind of car it was. It looked very exotic. And in the driver's seat was like a 90, 100-year-old man. And in the passenger seat, it looked like a pinup girl. I shit you not. This woman, she had like almost, it was outdated hair. I couldn't picture it. I thought maybe because of the convertible, maybe the wind did this, but no, it was clean. It was perfect. And anyway, the old man is driving the car and he has this black hat. And I'm thinking it's probably a WW2 vet, right? Trying to find the insignia on his hat. Couldn't find anything. It was just a black hat. All right. And he gets out of the car and he was struggling a little bit. And the woman came out of the passenger seat and came around, was getting ready to help him. And he like growled at her, freaked me the hell out. And I'm still struck in awe at this car. And again, nobody was there. No car came in. Nobody was going in and out of the gas station at all. It was just me, my motorcycle, and this dark convertible, this black convertible, which I think was death. I'm telling you, people, this was death because there was no way in hell this guy could have been driving this thing. It had one of those old fashioned big steering wheels. I'm telling you, this thing looked like it was back from the 1940s or 50s. It probably did not have a power steering. So it looked like it was hard to drive, but it was spotless, man. But I could not make it out. And I'm a pretty good trained observer. I can usually tell what a make and model car was. I could not figure this car out. And again, the woman, she looked, I don't know, artificial at that. So if any of you guys have ever seen this guy driving this car, let me know, please, because I think I saw a phantasm, what do you call it? A phantom. This was a phantom, a ghost, or quite frankly, I think this was death. He's catching up to me. That's all I got. I got to go. Spaniard out.